first tell me what your name is.
My name is Taurai Chiraerae.
And you are from?
I'm from Zimbabwe.
And is this your first time here, or have you been here many times?
It is my first time in the Philippines.
Is it your first time working with Social Watch?
I have attended one meeting last year. It was a regional in Nairobi. Yeah, so this is like my second time, I should say. Yeah.
And tell me what organization you work for, or how you are related to the kinds of things that Social Watch does.
Okay. I work for African Forum and Network on Data and Development, acronym AFRODAT. It is a civil society organization which campaigns for the cancellation of African sovereign debt, which has impacted negatively to the development process of Africa. So our work links with the Social Watch in terms of the ultimate objective of poverty eradication. We at AFRODAT feels that the debts which governments owe incapacitate their ability to deal with issues of poverty eradication.
Now, the World Bank and IMF launched the poverty reduction strategy papers and the sort of new initiatives to try to ease that burden. Has that been of any help at all?
It has been of great help, especially for African countries, because from the lists of the 48 highly indebted poor countries, 28 were from Africa, and of the 20, there were 36, I should think. And of the 36, 28 have reached a completion point, and their debt levels have been reduced to sustainable levels. So from that perspective, we can say that they have been helpful.
Do you feel that what the World Bank and IMF call sustainable levels is sufficient, or is that still putting a burden on social services delivery?
It still puts a burden in the aspect that though most African governments have committed to reaching that level called sustainable, they have taken in some funds domestically from their local resources to ensure that they service those debts. So the ultimate reality was just a transference of burden from externally to put the burden internally. We have countries in Africa where that has been made a deliberate policy. Countries like Senegal, countries like Kenya, they have made it a deliberate policy to ensure that their external debt is at a sustainable level, while the domestic part becomes has been growing. Yeah.
So they're swapping one debt for another debt.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part which has been happening to some African countries. But overall, we have seen the progress in terms of that IMF initiative, in the aspect that it has sort of instilled discipline in African governments to efficiently manage their economies.
Now, some have complained that the international financial institutions, basically repaying debt, takes priority over delivering essential economic and social rights. Is that a position that you would agree with? Should it? Shouldn't it? What could be done to change it?
Yeah, it's a position we totally agree with at AFRODAT, because
you agree that that should have priority. Debt repayment should have priority, or economic
debts governments shouldn't prioritize the debt payment, because it's not the pressing issue at the moment for them. African governments face problems in feeding their people. They have problems in ensuring that service delivery is up to standards. So we feel that the IMF and other big donors are rich enough and can do without the repaid debt. So if possible, they should cancel those debts to to ensure that African governments now have the capacity to ensure that they dedicate 100% effort to social service delivery. That would be a great thing if it happens. Yes.
Well, thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to say about your work or Social Watch or anything in general?
About Social Watch, I think it is a great opportunity which we hope to take forward. Like Zimbabwe does not have a national coalition so far, so we are hoping that from this discussion and from the strategic planning we can find synergies in which Zimbabwe can meaningfully be represented in this platform. Yes.
Thank you very much.